Coach, a couple of base running errors out there tonight. I think 3 total where you kind of gave some outs away. What were you seeing there and what you hear when you got back to the dugout?
They were all a little different. Bryce slipped and then he pulled up. Joe thought he saw the ball thrown over his head, and then Monty just was reading the ball in the dirt. So, but they all came at really tough moments. It's like we're playing. We're a little forced right now, trying to do a little too much, trying to make something happen, and instead of just playing the game. Robbie,
Kind of sitting in a rocking chair there with Cal. He was rolling through their lineup. Colby came in there and got through the 8th inning. I mean, what happened to him there in the 9th, you think?
just didn't throw strikes. I mean, you got to come out and throw strikes. I mean, we've done a great job of it all weekend. Brooks, the guy gets a hit, he gets a hit. It's the walks that kill you. And you got to come out and have confidence to throw the ball in the zone. And I thought Cole Cheatham did a great job. Brooks comes in and gets a strikeout, and then, unfortunately the guy gets a barrel on one. But it's walks, it's the freebie, especially in a cold night where it's hard to be offensive. You get runs when you don't throw it in the zone.
Steph?
Going off that, what you think of the start you got today and what Kale was able to give you in his debut?
It was impressive, and what I really liked is he got better as the game went on. So you looked up at him, and it's 6th inning and 7th inning are most velocity, and the slider was better, and boy, really competed out there.
Did you think about bringing him in the eighth, or was that kind of
No, it's we've until this weekend he'd been up 4 times. Today he got up 7 times, just in between. It's not even about pitch count; it's about how many times. And then being a cold night, his last inning was pretty emotional. I don't know where that came from. I never see that from him, but we just felt like it was the right time. John?
Chris, when Stallings obviously hit the RBI single to go ahead, what was the frustration kind of level in the dugout?
It was frustrating. It's just little thing. We couldn't get the little thing all night, base running, and then we get a ball, we strike out, guys, they get to move up. We got 2 strikes, a lot of close pitches, and then, the guy sneaks one through there. So it's just frustrating. It's you feel like you had some real missed opportunities earlier in the game, and then it comes back to something like that. Steve?
We didn't have an update last night on Logan, but is there anything you can share today about where he is?
No, he had a separated shoulder. We don't know. We got pretty good progress on him, but we don't. It's going to take some time to see with him. John?
Do you think, like playing like a tight game against a really good team like this early on in the season, can this be like a learning experience for you guys?
It can, yeah, and that's what you got to make it. It's frustrating though. I don't think anybody, you want to win games and you want to do things that win games, what winning players do, and we have to do a better job of that. Robbie?
You talked about the job that Brooks did, and kind of tip your hat right there. But going to him in that situation, a guy that hadn't pitched, how much confidence did you have in him to come in there and close the door?
I had a lot. I mean, I really did. I mean, I feel like he can do it. He did it before his injury. I know it's coming back, but right now I'm not sitting over there with 8 guys who did it last year. So a lot of guys, even Cam Schilke last night, he hadn't done it here before either. So it's a little bit of that's what the preseason's about, is trying to figure ourselves out, who's best in what moments. So.
Was Schilke available, or did you guys want to?
He said he was, but we hadn't. I mean, it's just so early in the year. Later in the year, he will be. But he got up twice last night in the pen. So even though his pitch count wasn't high, you get up a couple times because of the scenarios in the game. So, and then we just, in our preseason, we don't get to simulate this. So I don't want to lose somebody early when we really need them late. Steve?
How has maybe the pitch sequence changed? It seemed like, especially the third time through with Cal, there was a little more breaking stuff, but yet he was still 94 and 93 on the gun. But it seems like you guys are mixing and matching, but still, for the most part, throwing strikes.
Yeah, Park does a great job. I felt like it was a little fastball heavy early. Like I said, it was cold out there, so for those hitters, velo and fastballs up in the zone, they struggle with a little bit. And then as they saw him the second, third time, I thought he got his slider really going and was able to use that, especially against some of their better guys. Stephon?
Saw Cole obviously come in with the lefty-lefty matchup, but what have you seen from him this offseason? What's kind of the role you envision for him?
That you saw it. I mean, come in and get a lefty, get him in and get 2 lefties out. I think he can do that for us. He can throw longer than that too, but matching up right there was huge, was a big piece.
You have Durantula start tomorrow. Do you have any feel yet for how things will go after that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we'll get a good start, and we got, some guys available. So we didn't have to use too many tonight. Even some of the guys tonight or Friday night guys can come back tomorrow now. So I think we'll have some more available there.
Yeah, let's start, first of all, just the start today, your preparation, and how you felt on the mound today.
Yeah, I think things went well. I mean, strike percentage was pretty good, and I don't know, just kind of getting out on the field and being in the atmosphere that's here, being able to get used to it there in the first inning was something pretty cool for me.
Stefan?
I guess what was it, for you this offseason that appealed about State and made you want to come here?
Yeah, I think just the opportunity to bring myself to this league and be with a team that's hungry to win. Obviously, the last 2 years they've been fighting for more. So I think coming here and having a chance for development and my opportunity to be with Parker I was really happy with that. And I think this offseason's worked. It's been really good for me.
Steve?
You and Nate pitched together on Team Indiana, and I know that when you came in on your visit, he hosted you for breakfast and all that good stuff. I mean, how much of a factor was that relationship in your decision?
Yeah, it's really cool, and definitely it makes things more comfortable here. Being able to have a friend, have a buddy, that kind of thing. So that was definitely really cool for my time here.
Steph?
Had you had any previous relationship with Coach Parker, and I guess what were kind of your impressions of him?
Yeah, so going through high school recruitment, we talked a little bit. He was at IU, so we had a previous relationship just through that, and then through the summer it was really good being on the phone, and they came and saw me in the Cape and gave a really good presentation, and all the things we've talked about has kind of come to fruition, so I've been really, really happy with my time with Parker.
Steve?
It seemed like third time through the order, pitch selection changed a little bit. You're mixing the slider a little bit more, doing a little more breaking stuff there. I mean, was that kind of the plan coming in? And Lim said, you guys are a little fastball heavy early in the ball game, but it really seemed like you had that slider working for you late.
Yeah, sure. Early, definitely, we were throwing a lot of fastballs, and it kind of felt like they were cheating to that. So, just to get them off balance more or less. So, and then slider was just comfortable today. It was comfortable in, comfortable out. So, it was just a good day for it, and trying to keep them off balance.
Steph?
What was it kind of like for you yesterday, in the dugout, seeing the opening day record crowd, 11,000, and then kind of, overnight preparing yourself and getting ready for today?
Yeah, right. Super cool. I mean, the stadium here, it's something to be seen. I mean, it's so special. So I think just, having the opportunity to be out there and perform and, feed off the crowd is something that, it gives an advantage to the team to be here. So really, really cool.
John?
Obviously, you had success in Purdue being an all Big Ten league member, but now, obviously the SEC is a completely different level. Has earning a weekend starting spot to start out the year, what has that done for your confidence?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's definitely when I came here, that's what I wanted. I didn't come here begging for it. I'm a confident person, and I came here to prove it and that kind of thing. So I think it's definitely cool. The conversation we had, it was pretty business-like, but it was you've earned the spot. So it definitely felt good to be told that.
Steve?
Baseball obviously was a game of adjustments, not just in-game adjustments, but in weekend adjustments. But now that you face this Air Force roster, what kind of input will you have with Durangelo to kind of maybe prepare him for what they bring offensively?
Yeah, probably not going to break down a schedule or anything like that, but definitely all the pitchers talked today before the game. Nate Dome came up to me, and even yesterday after his outing, we were talking about things. So there's definitely a lot of inter-team dialogue. So that's definitely a good thing that we have.
Tanner?
Looked like you had a really good kind of communication pattern with Joe Powell out there today. What's you guys' relationship kind of like?
Yeah, so honestly, all of our catchers, it's been really good. I mean, we could put any guy back there, and all the pitchers are going to feel confident. I think our connections have been great. So I would say Joe's a mature player, so being able to have that connection is going to be really good moving forward.